2025 gamers, the Identity 5 Japan League tournament has begun for this summer. I'm super excited to get into it. In fact, we've already watched a couple of these sets on live stream. That's right, this isn't the first video I've done about it, but I already did a live stream about it. We got to watch some powerful teams go out. We even got to watch Zeta, the winners of KOA, lose, actually, in one of their very first sets. The very first set of the tournament, Zeta fought Axis, who was in third place in KOA, and they lost, which is absolutely insane. We also have Meteorologist available for this tournament. Unfortunately, Archer and Peddler did not make the cutoff, so we will not be seeing any Archer or Peddler gameplay in this tournament. But for those who don't know what IJL is, there's a little bit of an explanation here. It's basically the Japan League. All the top Japan teams come together for a while and compete in this tournament in the summer, and then they have one in the fall as well. So, as we can see here, if we click right here, we have the IJL Exhibition Hall. Now, this was an event that they did last year, and they're going to bring it back this year. As you can see, 2022 and 2023, we have already filled up all the progress for, but looks like we have 2024 and 2025 information here, which is really awesome. There are also quite a few updates that happened in terms of IJL. There were a lot of players swapped around. One of the biggest two, in my personal opinion, that I think is really cool, I guess I should say biggest four, if we can actually check right here. So you might be wondering, who the heck is Team DFM? Well, Team DFM is actually FAV. As you can see, FAV is no longer here anymore. FAV has rebranded now to Team DFM, which stands for Detonation Focus Me, which is pretty cool. I kind of like their old name better because it stood for Fun and Victory, which I thought was really cool because they wanted to win while also having fun. I just thought that was really, really cool. But we also have QTD. Now, IJL always had 7 teams in the, I guess you could say, in the matchups. Now they have 8. This is a new team here, and it is called QTD. I forget exactly their full name, but it's kind of long. So it's really cool to see a whole new team out here. I'm really curious to see how they're going to perform. Zeta, of course, was the winners of KOA 8, which is really cool. And they're keeping their hunters. Like, they haven't made any roster changes to my knowledge. But Alf, who was the member of Team Zeta, that actually looks like we have RC versus Zeta coming up here soon. This is actually really interesting. Alf was the previous hunter for Team Zeta, the previous main hunter. He was their main hunter for a while. Like, Team Zeta was his home. And you know, after IVS, he took a hiatus. He decided to stop competing because of you know, many reasons. And then Zeta won KOA 8 without him, which he had, you know, mixed feelings for. You know, he wanted to be a part of it, but he wasn't the one who was hunting. But he also was happy that his team won. But Alf did finally come back. However, there was no more room on Zeta right now, so he's going to be going to RC, which I think is interesting because RC used to have Peter. You know, it was RC Peter. Peter went to Zeta, and now Zeta, who had Alf, now gets Alf back. They get Alf on RC. So it's almost like RC and Zeta swapped hunters within a single year. They had Peter on RC and Alf on Zeta, and then they both swapped to the other side, which I think is just really, really interesting, honestly. Really, really cool here. Yeah, as you can see, Alf is here, bro. Alf is here. Readying up with that bomb it looks like. Oh my goodness, dude, that is absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's one of the biggest things. We also have my GOAT, Emco, is back, bro. Emco is finally back. Here he is, my GOAT Emco. I am so excited. Why the heck is this guy gonna play Mind's Eye and Faro Lady? What the Emco? Yo, Emco's such a troll, bro. Emco's so goofy, bro. I actually love Emco, bro. Emco's like a really, really talented player. His antiquarian was absolutely insane. Used to be a member of Team FL. And he's also just really funny. Like, his personality, he's just super, super funny. So I'm really excited to see Emco in this IJL season. But yeah, before we get into the match, today's going to be a very long video. I want to run through some of these little things, because we already got some of these little dusters here to start getting some rewards. But if you do this is going to be a long event, by the way. If you do with this event, I actually want to switch my team here. I actually should probably do that. Let me see here. I'm just going to go for DFM because I still really like FAV. But yeah, as you can see in the event store here, last time they had these as the rewards here, which you can still get this time. But now they have some new rewards here. I think 4 specific new rewards. They have a a Far Lady B tier skin called Exhibition Guide, which I think is pretty cool. It's very green themed, but she has a little microphone, a little earpiece thing that I think is pretty cool, actually. This might actually be my favorite Far Lady skin just because of the little microphone, and, you know, as somebody who's a content creator YouTuber, that kind of just, you know, makes sense. You know, she's almost like a little announcer or something. I kind of like it. She's like a commentator. I actually kind of like it. That might be my favorite Far Lady skin. She also gets a little emote here, guided tour. This is the same thing that Opera and Painter got last year, though. Opera got a specific snap emote for her. Then we get a little portrait here for this year, a little portrait frame. And then I believe in the interactive activities, yes, if you get all of these done, you are able to get the portrait here for Far Lady, for her B skin. Pioneering creativity and innovation in IJL. Okay. Well, I guess let's just kind of go through here. Let's see. I think we have a few things to click on that will get us some. Yeah, here we go. We get some little extras here. We get some extra notebook pages by clicking through a lot of these things here. So I think if you would just like randomly, yeah, you click on this, you get 5. I think they give those last year. I remember just like some of the secrets. If you just kept clicking on random stuff, you would just you would eventually see like. You actually just like get some of the rewards and whatnot. I think it's kind of cool that they have all this information and stats, you know, in the actual thing. I got Akka and Kazuneko, bro. That's just great, bro. That is absolutely great. Kazuneko looks so goofy, bro, in this image, I swear. Absolutely goofy. Dolisu as the MVP. And I don't know if there's any hidden treasures on this one. I think here, no, Dolisu is MVP again. Yeah, Dolisu is just so strong, bro. Kazuneko and Shiki. Yeah, Kazuneko once again, just absolutely goated. Absolutely goated here. And it's just so cool. They have all the history of IJL. I don't really see any secrets on this page either. Here, let's see. Are there any secrets? I'm not really seeing any secrets. That was back when Nightwatch was good, bro. Oh my gosh. Back when Nightwatch was good. Take me back, bro. Take me back. We have this little thingy here, which I believe should lead to a trailer. Let's see. Yeah, this is a trailer for 2024, I'm guessing. Yeah, I guess this is just a bunch of highlight reels. We don't really need to bother with that. But we do get another Easter egg for that. And it looks like we'll be able to start unlocking some secrets here as well. So let's see here. Best Survivor and Hunter. It looks like that is going to be... that's Kazuneko once again, and RC Peter. But now they're on the same squad, you know, you got the powerhouses with each other, which is just, you know, kind of insane, dude, kind of insane. But notice how it's like Kazuneko every time, bro. Notice how Best Survivor for 4 years in a row? No, wait, hold on. Because here is Kazuneko, and then here is Kazuneko. Here is Kazuneko, and then, oh, yo, never mind. And then it's Kazuneko again. So what? He was beat once. It's like dude, I swear, it's like Employee of the Month SpongeBob meme, bro. It's always Kazuneko, bro. He's just so freaking goated, dude. He is just so freaking goated. For FMVP, we have Hamatsu, of course. It's always Zeta, bro. Zeta is just so freaking strong. They are just so incredibly strong. Let's, what happens if I do this? We get 5, but if I do a quick unlock, it should do the whole thing. There we go. And we get Zeta, of course, Zeta Division winning IJL Summer last year. Again, dude, Zeta is just so freaking strong right now. They're so strong right now, dude. They're just so incredibly strong right now. We can unlock this, and lo and behold, here, if I do a quick unlock, let's see here, we get all of our things. And of course, Axis was the winners of the Autumn 2024 IJL, which is crazy because they seem to be the two strongest Japan teams right now, is Zeta and Axis. Seems like those two are fighting out for the best spots, which is interesting. Because, oh, by the way, guess who's Best Survivor again? Kazuneko! Oh, it's always Kazuneko, bro. And of course, Akka's super strong as well. But bro, Kazuneko is just taking names out here, dude. He's just the GOAT. He will always be the GOAT. But yeah, it was so funny because the very first match of this tournament was Zeta versus Axis. You know, the two powerhouses versus each other, which is just so incredibly crazy. And we have Takakao here as the FMVP for the 2024 here. Let's see, what does this do? Message board. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's see here. We want, let's say, DFM and say, IJL. Oh, wait, you want to tell DFM that IJL, good luck in the summer IJL. That is interesting, but okay. Okay, and now we can unlock a lot of everybody's little portraits here. Dang, they give us a whole lot of little notebooks here. So that's Zeta. We can get Scars here. Scars, very strong team as well. Needs to be noted as well, something that I find to be pretty interesting is, I believe, Scars, who was it? Who was it from Scars? I think it was Scars, or Takoyaki from Scars went over to DFM, who was the crazy forward player that we saw from last season. If you guys remember that crazy forward player who had like 35k points forward, they're like the first on the server. They were like absolutely dummy cracked insane. That was Takoyaki, and they moved from Team Scars to Team DFM, previously known as Team FAV. So now Team FAV is going to be even stronger, or DFM, I should say. And unfortunately, we are out of our little dusters here, so we can't finish everything, but we'll be able to finish it a little bit later. Even then, it doesn't seem like we need everything, since we already got mostly everything unlocked here. So we should be able to pick up some stuff here. I think we can grab the Farlady skin here real quick. Here we are. Let's get the exhibition guide for Farlady. Might as well just pick it up as early as we can. Don't want to miss out on it, even though it's here for like 200 something days. So pretty much 2/3 of a year, it's still going to be available. But you know, I want to pick it up as soon as possible. And who knows, maybe when it comes to IJL Autumn, since again, IJL is split up into 2 seasons, they have the summer and the autumn, we might get another B tier skin, similarly to like last time when we got Painter and Opera Singer. We'll also pick up the emote here for Farlady, the guide one, the guided tour emote, and the portrait frame as well. So we got all 3 thingies here, and I guess we might as well grab some golden apples while we're at it, because I mean, we have plenty. We literally have plenty, so. Okay, let's take a look at the exhibition handbook here. I think this should just have, oh my goodness, yeah, this just has pretty much everything. You can see all the stats, bro. You can see all the stats of all the MVPs, all the best survivors, all the best hunters, every single team that won, and they have all the stats written down here, which I think is just really cool. It's like a little history book. I don't know, I really like this. I really like that they do that. We haven't unlocked everything here, unfortunately. But yeah, I just really like that they have, you know, all this information ready for us to see here. Now, we have a few little quizzes here that we're going to have to do. I'm usually really bad at these, but this could be really nice as well. So let's see. Match past champions photos and cards. Okay. Well, this might be a little tricky because it's Zeta, Zeta, and Zeta, but it's like when the Zeta things are. I want to say this is going to be 2022. Oh, that's wrong. What the heck? I want to say that this is 2023. This is 2024. Let's see. Is that right? Did I get it right? I think I got it right. Okay. Then we got Zeta, Zeta, and Zeta again. Oh my goodness, this is tricky. Okay. Let's see. This is going to be... Oof. I don't know. I'm just going to go in order. Wait, no. Wait, where's Axis? What the heck? Huh? This says Team Axis. Why do these all say Zeta? Huh? What? Okay, what the heck? I'm confused. Wait, now it's different. I gotta do the whole thing again? Oh, I gotta do the whole thing again, bro. Alright, here we go. Oh, boy. I guess we'll just do this. I think it's different ordered each time. Hey, we got it right. Okay. I don't know why that says Champions Zeta Division when it says Axis. That's interesting. I don't know why they have that. Okay, let's see here. Past FMVP, we got Alf, we got Dolisu, and we got Hamitsu. So it's all, once again, it is literally all just Zeta here. Okay, so this, I believe, is Alf. This, I believe, is Dolisu, and I believe this is Hamitsu. Let's see. Yes, that is correct. Okay, we can move on here. Very nice. Oh, I just realized we have a little... Oh, we have a cheat. Oh, we can cheat. Oh, we can cheat. Ah, that's rather handy. Okay, I mean, that's kind of cool. I like that they have this available, so it doesn't mean like you have to perfectly get it right every single time, you know? Anyway, so this is Takakao. Oh, but this is different. This is Dolisu over the years. Oh, okay, so what year was it? I see. Let me cheat. Okay, this was 2023. So 2023, 2022, boom. There we go. Okay. Score of 100. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, so that's that one done. I guess we go to character recognition here now. Match contestants with their most played characters. Okay. This one's kind of tough. Takoyaki. What? No way. Takoyaki loves forward. I guess sword. Huh. It's interesting. Aeroplanist. A lot of people play Aeroplanist. Oh, this is tough. Literally a ton of people play Aeroplanist. Dolisu? Cat, huh? Okay. Another, well, see what I mean? It's just Aeroplanist again. This could literally be anybody. Hasha's the hunter, so definitely not Hasha. I don't know. Is it Yoda? It's Batoru. Okay, Nyan doesn't play Finn. Dolisu plays Finn, right? Hey, I got one at least. Oh my gosh, this is hard. City is mercenary. Yep, I know that one. Okay, City's the rescuer. Okay. I guess we'll retry here. Oh, this is gonna be hard, bro. How am I supposed to get 5 in a row? Oh, sheesh. Who even plays Knight? Nameko? Okay, definitely not. Kakaka, loves Spider. I know this one. Goatman? Everybody plays Goatman. Oh, Kakiri? Hey, let's go. Okay. Gosh, forward again. Oh, forward again, forward again. Literally, so many people play forward. I don't know, Rally? Nah, dang, that's tough, dude. See what I mean, bro? Oh my gosh. Okay, Yami's a hunter. Riz? Hey, okay, there we go. Dang it, dude, I got 3 right. This is hard. Sheesh, this is actually tricky. All right, is this Mono P? This one's Mono P. Okay. Oh my gosh. Melly? What? Namako doesn't really play Melly, I don't think. QTD. I don't know QTD. They're the new team. Nobody else plays Melly, though. It's got to be one of the QTD members, surely. You. No, come on, dude. They're a new team. How am I supposed to know? Oh, how am I supposed to know, dude? Burrito. Yep, Burrito. That's easy. Kakaka again. Yep. This is going to be Nyan? Yeah, Nyan knows Auntie. Dang it, dude, I got 4 to 5. Oh, the 50-50, dude. The 50-50, and I got it wrong with Melly. That's so sad. Okay, I got this one right this time. Oh, gosh. Riz plays forward. All right, now I just need to guess who plays Arrow. Parako. Yes, finally. Oh my gosh, I did it. I got all 5 correct. Okay, sheesh. All right, and the last one we have to guess players. Let's see. This is gonna be a Scars member. I guess it's Soar. Oh, I can just cheat by looking at their jerseys. Very cool. This is going to be FL. Yeah, very nice, very nice. We got a Zeta member here. This is Alfar, indeed. Next up, we got, this is, I believe, RC Soba, yes? Yes, it is, okay. We have another FL member here. This is Vog, and boom, there we go. Oh. Okay, I guess we get 100. Very nice. All right, we did all of them. I don't know why this one's still at 67. I guess it's supposed to be at 100. Maybe I'll just keep spamming it till it gets at 100. I don't know. Oh, they're all wrong. Okay, this is confusing. 0. Okay, this is interesting. I guess I'll just keep retrying till I get the win or something. This is 2023. This is 2022. This is 2024. Surely, there we go. Now we get our 100. Okay, we got perfect 100s, full 400 points on each one. We did it all right. It took us forever, but now we can get the little Far Lady thingy. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's the longest we're ever going to spend in the IJL exhibition hall before we do these types of tournament videos. Now we can get into the matches, finally. Okay, here we go. First set of the day is going to be day 1, set number 3. We already watched the first 2 sets in a live stream. I'll link that in the description if you're interested in taking a look. I'll also have all the matches from IJL Summer 2025 in a playlist. If you're curious, you can look in the playlist sections on my channel if you want to see all of them. But some fun facts, there were a couple rule changes here. As I mentioned before, Meteorologist is now available in this tourney. Peddler and Archer did not make the cutoff. But they also have to go much faster when it comes to ban and picks. Ban and picks is much, much faster now. They gave I think they just want to move things along faster, but basically they gave the teams much less time to work with. I want to say they reduced like 10 to 15 seconds off of each section when it comes to ban picks, selecting talents, and choosing a hunter. You have to pick so much faster now, which is just kind of insane. I know it's like they want to make things move faster, but it puts a lot more pressure onto the players here. So it looks like even though Alf has moved to RC, it seems like Alf is going to be the backup hunter for RC, while Akka is still going to be the main hunter, which I think is fine here. We're going to be banning out Seer, Explorer, Mech, and Anti. We're choosing Arrow, Novelist, Puppeteer, and Mage. Mage is obviously very, very good. This is all the buffs and nerfs, by the way. All the buffs and nerfs that happened in that huge patch recently, all of those buffs and nerfs apply. Which means, as we can see, Goatman's coming out here. It means that Goatman is currently considered to be the best hunter in the game right now. Hullabaloo, after his nerfs, he got hit very, very hard. Hullabaloo is still very strong, but he got hit pretty hard. Some people are even saying that Opera Singer is now the second best hunter in the game, or Hullabaloo might be third, and then Ivy might be fourth. They still consider them to be the big four, but Goatman is, like, without a doubt, he is the best right now. Like, it just seems to be most players prioritize Goatman more than anything else right now. And as for spawns, I don't know if they reduced the time it takes to spawn at all, but it looks like we have some pretty standard spawns. Aeroplane is spawning factories because he's second rescuer. Puppet and Mage because they're just strong kiters. Novice spawning mid. They might have tied on Novice, there's a good chance. I don't know if they will. Could have tied on Mage as well. Mage is such a good kiter right now, especially versus Goatman, that they could have tied on the Mage. I don't know, they could have tied on any of these characters. But it also needs to be said, this team decodes very, very fast as well. They have no negative decoding debuffs outside of Novelist when a Cypher goes past 50, but if you decode solo, it's just complete 100 base, so I don't know, we'll see. Now, as for our builds, we do indeed have triple tied. We have Flywheel tied on the Aeroplanist and the Magician, tied, borrowed, Puppeteer, and then Flywheel borrowed on the Novelist here. So, pretty standard stuff here coming out from Team FL. Akka's going straight for the Mage. We're going to have to see buffed Mage at work here. Of course, bringing Detention, Trump Card, and Blink Goatman. Now, I'm always a advocate for Blink Goatman being pretty bad, kind of a skill issue pick. However, that being said, it's very good for catching off Puppeteers off guard, and potentially even blinking past a Magician's Wand. So I feel like in this case, it's actually not too bad. Now, that is one wand already kited out. Akka's getting a little impatient with these swings. That does hit. That should have been it, bro. Oh, that's tough. That's actually really, really tough. So I'll say it looked like they were going to try to walk and try to disrupt the movement here real quick, but not going to be able to get it here. Now, if he can cut out one more cage, we will be good here. Let's see. Ooh, good read from Akka that he'd come back and drop the pallet. That was a very good read. Now he doesn't even have to use the cage for positioning. He can just use it to block off. Let's see here. We do still have another wand. Oh, that'll be... Oh, the flywheel! He predicted the blink? He predicted the blink. Oh, and now it's black cage. That right there is a beautiful cage right there, dude. Blocking off access to both the pallet and the window. That was absolutely beautiful from Akka. However, that was like four or five cages kited, which as you can see equals 3 Cypher kite against this Goatman. Yeah, Goatman on Leo's memory is a little bit tricky, but I do feel like Akka was maybe a little bit impatient with his second cage. Or, yeah, his second cage, I want to say. But again, Mage is very good versus Goatman. I think Mage is just extremely good in this meta right now. And there's the Goatman nerfs taking full effect. See how far away that cage was from the chair, but it still counted as a very fast cage break. Those are those Goatman nerfs in full effect right now, dude. No longer an extremely strong camper. Still pretty strong, but not as strong as he, used to be. The Goatman and Hullabaloo nerfs were definitely needed because these characters are just so incredibly strong. But now, I want to say that both characters, like in terms of Hullabaloo and Goatman, when it came to Koa, they were both so extremely strong, especially Hullabaloo. They were both just insanely strong. They were just like so hard to deal with. People found a way to deal with them still. Like they were still able to be dealt with, but they were still extremely strong hunters, right? Now I feel like in tournament, they are still the strongest picks, but they aren't as strong as they used to be, you know? But similarly to Opera Singer and Ivy, I do believe we're going to see more adaptation from the hunters now, because that's always what happens. In the case of, oh, he's trying to delay this as long as possible. Gets the drop down hit. Okay, he's trying to delay this rescue. We're trying to make it that so he can't even get it here. Oh, just hit him. No, just hit him. He's too far. Yeah, just hit him. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That was a really good stuff. That was a really good stuff by Akka. Unfortunately, they already do kind of have the ciphers because the Magician's Kite was just so freaking long. But that was a very good stuff. Not allowing the Puppeteer to get that rescue. That was super well played. Because I think Akka knows the timing. Every single time the Puppeteer's trying to break that cage, he could either swing or pass by through, because the Puppeteer doesn't want to get hit, but he also wants to stop the Lewis, so it's like, there's so many different things. And now look at that. Look at the distance. That's one of the perfect examples of Goatman camp right there, is stopping him, is like always pushing him to the other side and hitting him on the other side. You don't want to hit him here. You want to hit him while he's on the other side. That way he has to go through again and you can cage again. But, you know, a lot of the survivors are very, very smart and realize, we're going to lose if we let that happen. It's just too good. Especially when they want to stall time for the rescue. Goatman can just force early rescues like that. So his camp is still very good. It's just, again, not as good as it used to be, but it's still very good. Like, it went from, like, 100 to, like, 80, you know? It's like, it's just not broke. It's just broke. It's so funny. It's so funny talking about Goatman and Hullabaloo, bro, because they're both so good still, but just not as good as they used to be. I mean, some people think Hullow's bad. Like, some people literally just think Hullow's just like a draw hunter now. I'm not one of those people. I still think Hullabaloo's pretty good. But not just, again, not the reigning champion, oppressive, insane, broken thing that he used to be. And swap pallet's done, but the excitement, but he misses. Oh no, that was the flywheel. But the excitement will seal the deal. Even after a near 3 Cypher kite from Sasori, the aeroplanist, it looks like it's gonna be over here. Gonna go after the puppet. He's sitting inside of the pallet. That's not the best. Actually, wait a minute. Oh, no, he's not in the best spot. Never mind. If he was able to teleport out to this specific side of the cage, he might have been able to break cage and potentially get the rescue in time. Very low chance of it happening, but there was a very small chance. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the 4K right there. Novice can try. Actually, wait, Novice can rescue. He can rescue. There's no energy. Yeah, okay, hold on. Wait. Okay. No, that's tough. Yeah, they're pretty much out of resources. Aeroplanist has 1 jetpack. Puppeteer does still have Tide. But he's gonna chair the puppet here. Yeah, it's cooked, bro. It's cooked. Puppeteer's gone. Yep, it's cooked. It's cooked. Well, really good comeback from Akka there. Backstep with no cage as well. Interesting. I also find it a little interesting. Backstep isn't used as much from Goatman's at high level, I feel like. And they even nerfed his backstep cooldown, which is interesting. They nerfed it from like, they made it like 4 seconds longer, which, I mean, backstep's a good ability, but I don't feel like it's insanely good. So I don't know why they even bothered nerfing backstep. I just feel like that wasn't something that they needed to nerf about Goatman. Okay, moving on to round 1, first half. I actually forgot to record the first half first. I did second half first, like a doofus. But we are going to be seeing Mage here again, Puppeteer, Embalmer, and Grave. While Hasha is going to be picking Opera Singer, which I find to be really interesting. There is Goatman available, there is Hullabaloo available, but they're picking Opera Singer instead. Now, I believe the reason for this is Opera's pretty strong on Leos. Opera is a pretty good hunter on Leos. Outside of 2 areas, in my personal opinion, there are 2 areas where Opera is weak on this map, and that is Factory and Garbage Corner. Everywhere else, Opera is a speed demon, especially mid. If you get caught out mid against an Opera Singer, you're dead. Because mid is one of the best places for Opera to dash to, because she has like so many things to dash to. There are just shadows galore. Shack is also a little tricky for her, but not as bad as Factory and that Garbage Corner. Specifically around like the double window with the pallet. Now let's see here. We have Detention, Trump Card, and Blink from Hasha, standard stuff. Out the gate here. We got a borrowed flywheel from the Mage, borrowed flywheel on the, who was that? Who else was it? The Embalmer. Wow, full team with borrowed. That is very brave in round 1 from RC. Everybody has borrowed. Now, it does need to be said that RC tends to play slightly more unconventionally at times, but maybe this is just confidence. Maybe they all think they can have borrowed time. This is exactly what we saw when it came to, oh, nice wand usage from the Mage. Very, very solid. But we saw this a lot. This is what I really find to be interesting about, like, adaptation. Oh, that's a good wand usage as well because it blocks off her dash location. I just really love the adaptation that we got to see, because I remember back when Opera Singer was in her prime, right? Everybody didn't bring borrowed time. Like, it was so common. And then we started seeing very rarely did we ever see people without borrowed time. Maybe on like a seer or character that didn't want it. It was usually like 1 character, right? 1 character would have no borrowed time, at most 2. But then when Ivy came out, it was again only borrowed time, or only no borrowed time, bro. There was like one character B team and it was rescued. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Wow. That is actually crazy. Rally is kind of putting in the work versus Hasha here right now. Putting in the work, getting the terror shock, but it doesn't really matter because you might as well just mind game that pallet as long as you can here. Yeah. 3 Cypher Kite, essentially. 3 Cypher Kite, again, in round 1 here. Very, very solid. But yeah, Opera, I mean, not as strong. Mage is a lot stronger. I don't know, I just find it so interesting how much counter adaptation that there is from the survivors, because it feels like, you know, despite us being in a relatively hunter-sided meta right now, I feel like at its core, the survivors will always be, the survivors will always have the edge on hunters. I don't know. Oh, he got stuck. That's unfortunate. And that's going to lead to his down. But I feel like the adaptation from the survivors will always be like a thing that the hunters will always have to watch out for, unless they have like just insanely strong characters, like, you know, something like a Goatman right now in this meta. Like Goatman is still going to be the hardest character to win against because he's just so freaking strong. And even if you can adapt to Goatman, he just kind of creates so many mind games that he's kind of just mind game the character. If you can't mind game a Goatman many times, you're going to lose. Like his ability is just so insanely strong until they keep nerfing him, which they probably will continue to still nerf Goatman. I don't know how, but they'll definitely nerf him again. But like you look at Opera right now. This is full pres Opera. Like look at how slow she is, bro. Look at how slow this Opera is. Compared to the past, bro. Oh man, Opera was so much faster, dude. She had speed buffs. She had everything. It was crazy. It was just absolutely crazy. And look at this. Now the Grave can be a support. Oh my gosh, the pallet's done too. Sheesh. RC is cooking, bro. They are cooking. That hits the... I can't believe that, bro. I cannot believe that hits the Grave. She really needs to get this Magician down, dude. She needs to get this Magician down. Does get the Mage down. Oh, no, that's the Grave. Oh my gosh, that's the Grave. The patience, the vault, oh my gosh. This Mage is winning my games. Hasha doesn't have a dash to work with. Ooh, down he goes. Okay, I think that should be enough, though. That should be enough. Wait, the Grave? Maybe they can... Oh, if they could crawl to each other, that would have been crazy, dude. That would have been absolutely crazy. Okay, so Hasha's going to be able to pick up a draw here, it looks like. Just barely, dude. Just barely. Not going to bother with the Grave because he'll take too long. He's got pallets to work with. It's just going to be too much time. Going to be going for the Puppeteer instead. They actually do still have a coffin. Maybe the Embalmer could coffin the Puppeteer, actually. Maybe? He is going to coffin. Is he going to coffin Puppet? Let's see. TP? Puppet? All right. But she'll have to save her TP. She has to kill the Lewis here. Wait, no. But they can embalm the... Wait, they're not embalming the Puppeteer. Why not? Wait, what? Did they not see the Puppeteer's image, maybe? I thought they'd try to at least embalm him. I don't think he would have made it over here, but I feel like there was a chance, you know? Huh. Weird. Moving on to round 1, second half. Do you guys remember that thing I mentioned a little bit ago when I said Opera is considered to be second best by some people? Yeah. They're banning out Opera over Hullabaloo on Red Church, which is considered to be a decently good map for Hullabaloo as well. So we will see Hasha play Hullabaloo here, or we'll see Hasha play Ivy. Hasha might just play Ivy here. I think there's a very strong chance. Hasha loves Ivy, but we'll be rocking the Hullabaloo here instead. But yeah, look at that. We're banning Opera Singer over Hullabaloo in this meta. That's crazy to me. Our team is going to be Finn, Aeroplanist, Psych, and Officer versus this Hullabaloo, banning out Seer, Explorer, Coordinator, and Mage. Yeah, we're banning Mage now, dude. We are banning Mage now because he is so incredibly strong, dude. He is so incredibly strong in this meta. His solo kite potential is just so incredible. Not the best support, but he's kind of similar to Puppeteer, you know, where Puppet doesn't really have that much support, but his like self-contained is just super good. And Mage can get good rescues too now as well. I've seen a lot of people just play Tide Magician now. Not so much in tournament. I don't know if Tide Magician will be played in tournament, but like for a rank setting, that's definitely viable as like a backup rescuer. But yeah, pretty standard spawns here. I guess he'll just probably force out an watch from City the Officer and then maybe chase Soba. We'll see. Oh yeah, another thing I should mention. Hullabaloos are bringing detention now. I've only seen one Hullabaloo so far because everybody's playing Goatman instead. I've only seen one Hullabaloo so far in IJL, but it seems like this is the second time I've seen the Inso detention with a movement-based ability. I think last time it was warp or peepers, I forget. Well, it's warp detention Inso here. Likely we're gonna see Nostalgic as well. Nostalgic is super, super good when paired with warp, especially on Hullabaloo, who has no attack recovery, because Hullabaloo can invest into getting double downs and then warp back onto his target after the first rescue here. Do we see the Persona Web at all from the Hunter? We do not, unfortunately. I think that's only really something that they do in Koa consistently, which is kind of unfortunate to see, but there's a good chance he'll have Nostalgic. We do see Flywheel tied on the Aeroplanist, Flywheel borrowed on the Finn, Tide borrowed Officer, and Flywheel borrowed on the Psychologist. So one thing that's interesting to note is that in Koa 8, we saw a lot of characters with no BT. Now, people are starting to get a lot more confident. Of course, this is round 2. RC already has a victory over here right now. They have 1 win right now. But we see 3 characters with borrowed time, even though Hullabaloo is available. In Koa 8, you weren't seeing that. You'd only see 1 character borrowed time, and it would be the Officer. Everybody else would have full Kai or a second Tide as well. Beautiful flywheel from the Finn. Oh my gosh, that was so good. I wish I could flywheel like that. And using a warp that isn't gonna do literally anything. Okay, that was just a bad warp from Hasha. I'm sorry. That was just not a very good warp. Yeah, I don't know. This is a really good kite from Rowley. Good double color, but yeah, Hullabaloo, not the... I mean, it's fine, but it depends on his rescue. The issue is now he can't... He has Wanted Order as well. Now he can't use Nostalgic Warp combo, so if he wants to get a double down, he needs to get it, like, now. He has a good idea of where the Aeroplanist is coming in from, especially since Clone is going to reveal it. Although he just wasted his clones, now he can't use his clones at all. And we can see Aeroplanist go for a hover. He does bait it out here, but he won't be able to get this double down here. The Aeroplanist will actually be able to get behind this Paladin time. Let's see. Oh, the flywheel to avoid, and now he won't even be able to get a single piece of damage on this Aeroplanist. Okay. Unpie. That's an interesting name. I don't know how to pronounce that in Japanese. Unpie. Interesting. But yeah, they don't even get a single point of damage, and they get their rescue off, which is really, really solid. Officer will come in here for the second one. We're going to chair Nero Cypher here. Yeah, this is just looking like a solid draw. Finn has no more balls to work with. I think there's still one around back gate. Another jetpack being used. He's really trying to snipe out the Aeroplanist. Doesn't get it because he's jetpacking back and forth very unpredictably. Beautifully played from Unpi. And now the Officer City will come in here. A catchy Persona 5. Who needs teammates and friends when you can do all the rescues yourself? And will we see another Damages rescue? We do. Another Damages rescue. First Officer, in my opinion, is actually the best rescuer to be played against Hullabaloo. We'll break this ball here real quick, just because we might as well. And yeah, this is looking like it's to be a solid draw from Hasha here. We do flywheel just to get a little bit further from the chair. Might as well, dude. Might as well. No reason not to. But the ciphers are basically gonna pop once this Finn gets chaired. So Hasha needs to just get one more target down. He might be able to pick up a 3K. There's a very, very small chance of it. Waste the warp, actually. No warp for endgame now. And the only one who doesn't have borrowed time is this Aeroplanist, so they might just have to pop randomly here. I wonder when they're gonna pop. They do pop right now. Okay, they pop right now. The question is, where is the dungeon? I wasn't paying attention. Where is this dungeon? Oh, the ball is still here. Okay, ball is still there. Dungeon is at Graveyard. Can Aeroplanist get to Graveyard? No, he cannot because detention exists. Now, again, if they didn't use the warp up there, Hasha was playing very aggressive with his warps. If he didn't use warp, there was maybe a chance of a 3K. Not the best chance, but I think he just got very aggressive here. So not the best result here from Hasha, but getting a draw is definitely not bad. But yeah, the warp was definitely a little impatient, I think, a little impatient. But getting a draw is not super bad here, even though you'd probably want to win with Hullabaloo. But after nerfs, it's definitely a little bit harder, that's for sure. All right, now we're moving on to round 2, second half. I had to record round 1 first half before this because I planned on recording these all out of order, but in editing it'll work fine. So last time, unfortunately, I mixed up the global bands with the actual bands. The global band was Opera Singer, so disregard what I said last round. I'll probably put up a thing in editing. I literally didn't know because I didn't record the first half, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm stupid. I literally forgot to record the very first match, and now we're here. Anyway, now we should be in order from here on out. Sorry for the confusion. But now they're banning Hullabaloo. Yeah, there's 3 Hunter global bans and 2 Hunter bans. As you can see, left side has 2 slots, right side has 3. That's how it works. So Goatman is global banned from Aka. Hullabaloo is banned from FL. They don't want to deal with Hullabaloo. So it's going to be Opera Singer. Banned out. They banned out Wendy, actually. No Wendington is coming out here. Seer, Anti, Wendy, and the Finn. While Mage, Cordy, Priz, and Officer are being picked here. I mean, yeah, this is a solid team. Mage, again, very good in this meta. Really, really good in this meta, dude. His buff was just so incredibly good. And notice, by the way, guys, we have yet to see a Mercenary. 4 rounds, and there's been no Mercenary. Mercenary is basically considered to be a round 3 character at this point, which was, you know, kind of the case in KOA 8 as well. But I just find it really interesting that, you know, Mercenary, who was kind of just the king of rescuers for so many years, is kind of getting, you know, outpaced now. It's just a little interesting. Now, as for builds, let's take a look-see here. We do actually have a Tide Mage. Yep, I did say that Tide Mage was possible. We do indeed have a Tide Borrowed Time Mage who is spawning... Wait a minute, why did they spawn here? That's... Huh. Why would you spawn here? Most operas usually chase right here if you're gonna play with Tide, huh? Okay, I agree with Tide Mage, but I don't agree with Tide Mage plus this spawn. That's really weird. I guess it's a 50-50 because they want to keep your prisoner mid. Your coordinator can also be a backup rescuer too. Yeah. I don't think Tide Mage was the play here, actually. I actually disagree with the Tide Mage here. Well, I guess it's a bit of a gamble. It's a bit of a gamble because he doesn't need, you know, knee jerk or flywheel to kite now because of his wands. His wands are so good, especially here in Graveyard. Because the thing is, Mage in Graveyard is so good because if you set up a wand in those little pallet areas, the Opera has to hit it. She does hit it, which gives this Mage another speed boost here. Getting to this pallet, being able to mind game. If he can mind game this pallet, yep, he does get it. Okay, that's going to continue the kite way, way, way longer. Gonna be able to force out the blink now. There's the wand. Can't force out the blink. Okay. Yeah, if he had a kite build, if this mage had a kite build, that kite was going to go on for way, way, way longer. But because he has Tide, he's not able to do insanely well. But that was still really good. That was like a 65, 70 seconds of rotation plus kite, which leads to Cypher's being very far along here. The officer's already here, feeding Tinnitus. He'll disconnect the Cypher here real quick, just to make sure prisoner has to reconnect and waste a couple of seconds here. Might as well always break the prisoner connection when you have the time to. But Blink is still available, so there's pretty much going to be no possible rebound. She might even be able to try to double down the officer if he doesn't use his watch here. I would actually go for the officer here and then blink down the mage. Let's see. Messes up the cape here. Actually, oh, but she messed up her dash. Okay, that's why. Yeah, you can't do that if you mess up your dash. That's unfortunate. I definitely think Akka would be able to. Actually, maybe save it for the coordinator here. Will we grab full presence? No, we will not. He sees the trail of the coordinator here, and will chair. He will chair over here. Why here? Why chair here? I guess that's my question. I feel like there's more rebound potential here. Oh, what the heck? Wait, but she can still make the rescue with the gun. No, she just makes the rescue anyway. Oh my gosh, Cat. That was clean as heck. The rescue, the flywheel, and then the gun? That was clean as heck, making that blink almost pointless, I want to say. And I think the biggest thing was because Akka wasn't at full presence, those shadows didn't last long enough, so he couldn't TP back directly onto the chair. Even then, it would have been still the gun. So I don't know why Akka did that play. I feel like that was a very aggressive play against the coordinator. But at the same time, it also forces out a very early rescue. Which I think what Akka... Maybe that's also what Akka wanted to do. If you couldn't get the stuff, it also meant that the rescue is very, very early. Meaning that it sped up the pace of the game here quite a bit. They actually do have their ciphers here. You might say, oh, they're missing, 3 ciphers. Well, all the ciphers here only need like 30%-ish more, which is, really, really good. So this is a draw position here. This is 100% a draw position. Definitely a better position than Hasho was last time. Oh, respects the prisoner stun. Ah, Avog was a little impatient there. I feel like needed to go based on reaction. I feel like that's what you kind of have to do. But a lot of time, Operas will swing. It's kind of a 50-50 gamble. That's why, again, Prisoner is so good versus Opera because, oh, I messed up dash. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, Prisoner is so good versus Opera because he can interrupt the dash, but it's kind of 50-50 based because the Opera can swing or dash. Oh, wow, bad reaction time from Avog. Maybe not the best reaction time on this player. Quite interesting. This Prisoner reminds me of myself when I'm trying to react to stuff because I have terrible, terrible reaction time. Ooh, Akka. Quite the gamble. Yeah, I don't really think that there's much that we're going to be able to do to secure any win here because everybody does have borrowed time. If the Prisoner had no borrowed, I'd say there's a very, very high chance Akka was going to get a 3k here. And there still is a good chance that Akka can 3k because both people are at half health, but Officer does have a watch to force the rescue. Although Cat is coming in instead, which I don't understand why. Oh, the Officer will finish the Cypher. Oh, he didn't use his watch! He didn't... Oh, he was not expecting that. Wait, this is a win now. Oh, this is a win now. His stun wasn't ready. It was ready in 2 seconds. Oh my gosh, dude. Officer needed to use the watch. Oh, Officer needed to use his watch, dude. He needed to use his watch. Dang, Akka with another comeback? Oh, that's insane, dude. Because the thing is, if Akka, or if Sasori used the watch there was a very high chance of Akka not hitting. The reason is you can't use the watch instantly. You have to like wait till the Opera fully TPs back. You can't just use it instantly, otherwise it won't trigger. Yeah, I think Sasori needs to use the watch. Because the thing is, if you use the watch and you don't go down there, Akka has to make a choice between gambling to kill the officer or giving the free rescue to the coordinator. And if he TP'd back to the coordinator are guaranteed, I think, make that rescue, or at least could have stalled it out with a flywheel, and then the officer could have popped the Cypher. So, yeah, I think all of this is definitely on the officer not popping his watch there. Now he'll pop the watch. Okay, let's see. The issue is nobody can pop the Cypher. The Prisoner is down, so can't even pop it from far away. Officer might be able to force it with Tide, which I don't know why he's not even trying. I feel like just force it with Tide. Am I stupid? I feel like that's what the officer should do. Oh, he can. I think he's gonna try. Just force it. Oh, but... Oh. Okay. Oh, they got it. They're in position now. Just pop. Officer! Just pop! What are you doing? Just pop! I don't understand. And now it's gonna be basement now. Oh my gosh. And now it's gonna be basement. Yeah, they just pop. They're like, yeah, we have no chance. We gotta. Okay, I feel as well as Akka play this, I feel like a lot of this is survivor error. I feel like a lot of that was survivor error. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know nerves are high. I totally get it, but I definitely feel like that was survivor error. In this case, oh, a TP. Okay, no more TP. They used it. They got the TP out. Cat is here pressuring the rescue. Nice. We do still have a flyover from Cat. Akka has control over the pallet. How we win the mind game, Cat? You don't. Okay. You just don't. Notice how Akka used his cape to just use the utmost insane levels of speed for that mind game. He really, really wanted to win that mind game. It was very important that he won that because he can still get his 3k now. Has a good idea of where the officer is going to go. All the way back here, we are going to have tinnitus. Yep. The game sense from Akka is just so incredibly good here. Bro, come on. You see him. You see him, bro. You see him. Trying to get a wall hit. Gets the wall hit. And Akka's going to get so aggressive here. Going back, this Prisoner is the rescuer, but he messed up a dash. That's going to hurt his momentum quite a lot. They actually could still draw this because that messed up dash. Because Officer can pick himself up and Court can go to the gate. And the Prisoner can stall out here long enough. If the Prisoner can kite long enough, he can cancel a dash and then wait out detention and then eat 2 hits. He just has to win a couple of mind games or cancel the dash. But then again, Avog has not been the best reactor or the best mind gamer. We'll have to see. And, oh, cancels the attack recovery. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's tough, dude. That is tough. I feel like they needed to go out into an open area maybe, but then again, Opera does have cape. And at this point, this is going to be a potential 4 elim actually, because you can go to the coordinator. get the coordinator down and then go back to the officer here. Yeah, this might actually be a 4. Yeah, no, it's actually, that's the win. All Aka needs to do is chair, and then they win the set. Oh man, because at the 3K, yeah, they already have a win. If it was a draw, they'd get round 3, but that's it. Aka, the king of comebacks, dude. Again, quite a bit of survivor error, but not to discredit Aka at all. Aka worked for this 4K, dude. Absolutely worked for it. Very well played. And mind game. Akechi. Okay. I mean, you lose this in the end. The only way, there's nothing here. Yeah, you lose in the end because even if you're an officer, you have no way of making it to the dungeon. So RC will be winning the 3rd set of day 1. Congratulations to RC, doing very, very well there. Unfortunately, we did not get to see Alf come out just yet. I really wanted to see if Alf could come out, but maybe Alf will come out in round 3 or something. We'll have to see. But we're not done yet for the day. We are going to be watching the 4th set of day 1 as well. We want to finish up day 1 here in this video. Maybe we'll see a Wendy. I kind of want to see a Wendy as well. I'm kind of hoping to title this. I'm kind of hoping to title this video as a Wendy, but we'll see. Okay, so it's time for the 4th set of day 1. We have AWG versus the very new team QTD. This is the new team. It's their debut in IJL. This is their very first set ever being played as a team. Now, I don't recognize a lot of the members' names. I do think a lot of these are newer players to the scene, but I do know Ito, Hasu, I believe Mitake is also a familiar face. Kotami sounds familiar, but I'm not 100% sure. But Imu, Maimi, Nak, and Zeez, I do not recognize. So maybe a lot of these are newer players here. Anyway, as for AWG, we do have Nameko and Emko teaming up, which I think is really interesting because Nameko and Emko play similar characters to my knowledge, at least in terms of Antiquarian. But Emko, I'm so excited to see coming back to the tournament scene because Emko is one of my favorite players, my favorite player from Team FL specifically, and now seeing them join up with Team AWG, I'm super excited to see what Emko will be able to cook up here after taking a little bit of a break during KOA 8. But Ito Hasu is going to be playing Goatman here, so QTD starting things off with the meta in their debut tournament. Up against a Puppet, Grave, Mage, and Novelist. Hiding out the Novelist in Big Belt makes me think that he has Tide because they want to keep his Tide for later, potentially. Or they just really don't want him to take Kite. And yeah, it seems like they just don't want him to take Kite because we have a Borrow Time, Flywheel, Mage, and Novelist, then Borrow Time, Tide, Puppet, and Grave. Everybody with Borrowed though. AWG very confident here in round 1. They don't want to have any knee jerks. It seems like they all want the Flywheels, specifically for Goatman and Hullabaloo here. And also the Double Tide just to, you know, buy some free time. So, got some pretty cool skins out here. Emko rocking the OG Mage skin here. And speaking of Emko, getting first chase as well versus Ito Hasu. This is going to be a really fun matchup here because we got Goatman Nerfs versus Mage Buffs, but we also got QTD debut Ito Hasu, who I believe has played before, you know, in tournaments. I just don't remember what team. But then Emko returning to the scene after taking a break. So this is really interesting. It's really interesting to see these players. Oh, that was such a good, that was so good. He went through the, yep, this is Mage versus Goatman, bro. This is the Mage versus Goatman battle right here. Takes the gamble on the vault. I think maybe the Goatman nerfs with his range mattered there. There was a good chance. And messes up the cage. That's huge. But he uses the secondary cage. Another one being used from Emko. Emko is cooking right now, dude. Oh, but unfortunately, drops a pound on himself. What the? Yo, did you see? Look at Emko. Did you look? Oh, whoa. Look at Emko. Look at Emko in the bottom left. Look at his player cam. Look at this. He dropped his phone. Emko. This is why I love Emko, bro. This is why I love Emko. He's so funny, dude. He saw that, expected to die because he got terror shocked, and then remembered it was Goatman. Oh, such a good kite, but such a silly mistake. Oh, that is so funny, bro. I love Emko, bro. Emko's one of my favorite players. Oh, that was so funny, dude. Okay, he should be going down right here. I'm not sure why the Goatman is bothering with putting him inside the cage when he could just use the cage to block. But that was a 3 Cypher Kite versus Goatman. Goatman's been getting 3 Cypher Kited recently, bro. 3 Cypher Kited against Goatman is kind of insane. You know, dare I say, Goatman's not as strong as he used to be. That, or he just takes a lot of skill to win with that high level, which I do completely think is the case in this situation. But also, not to discredit MKO, that was just a beautiful, beautiful kite. Well, he'll be able to force out a second Lewis here. Oh, wow! Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Such a good Undaunted, but then Itohasu was just like, nah, let me just swing again real quick, bro. Let me just swing again real quick. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I also find it interesting that they have the heart rates, the heart rate monitor, by the way. You probably already noticed it. It's always really interesting to see like what people are like, what players have such insanely high heart rates. And I always find it so interesting when the hunters have low heart rates, because the hunter is in arguably the most stressful position in the team because it's just you're the only person. But Itohasu is under 100, which I think is really crazy. Like that's not really that much higher than a normal one. Like I want to say like, would 70 would be more average, I feel like. 60 to 80, depending on the person you are. I don't know. So they seem pretty chill. I don't know, they seem pretty chill. Which is crazy, because I forget who it was yesterday, but I think I saw a player go all the way up to 170, dude. I was like, oh my gosh, they are so nervous. I'm telling you, bro, if I was in this tournament, my heart rate would go to 200, and I'd pass out. And I'd be a survivor, not even taking kite, bro. I'd be decoding across the map, and I'd be like... I couldn't, bro. I'd be too nervous. Oh, that hurts. 2 cages wasted from Itohasu. Very unfortunate. Mispositioning the cage, which is just honestly pretty huge. That is pretty huge. That gets them a lot of free decoding on that Cypher, which Namako is rushing down. Look at how fast that thing's moving. That's Novelist decoding. That's decoding 40% faster than a normal Cypher because of Accelerated plus the 10% faster on Novelist. However, it will start getting a little bit slower once it reaches 50. You'll see the rate of that move a lot slower because it's Novelist. Yep, see how it's slowing down? That is because Novelist is decoding it. It moved up really fast initially, but now it's starting to slow down just a little bit. But Accelerated also just dummy fast, so it's still moving at a pretty quick rate. And look at that, dude. The Puppeteer's kite wasn't that long, but the Cypher is already 70, dude. It is basically primed. Tries to spot out the Gravekeeper. A little bit of a mispositioning here, but pretty accurate. Guessing out where the Grave was. This is looking like a solid draw, though, to start things off with, though. This is looking like a very solid draw. All thanks to MKO's beautiful kite. Okay, interesting. He can actually just get the puppet down with a chip. He might just want to wait here a little bit. I'm surprised he just instant hit. I really thought he would try to save up a little more energy. Oh, he's gonna get greedy here. He wants a Grave, but the Grave has the shovel. Oh, how much longer? I don't think the Grave, his shovel will not last. Oh, wait, he hit the, no, he didn't hit the, what the? Okay. Ooh, Grave will go down here. Bonk. If he chairs and TPs, that's dangerous. But Puppet's waiting at mid. He's ready for it. So will he tell... He already swapped the TP. Yeah, he already swapped the TP. Itohasu can still win this. They can still win this. Is he going to TP, though? Will he TP? He needs to TP now. He needs to do it now. No, he's too scared of a backdoor. Yeah, he's too scared. Yeah, too scared. That's tough. That's tough. You know what? That's honestly fine. Both teams did really well. Both teams did really, really well. But now I'm starting to see what QTD survivors are made of here. Well, gamers, it also looks like we're going to be getting what I wanted because we have a Meteorologist out here. The Wendy is here, out in round 1, mind you. And pretty interesting that she's being played by the new team as well. So new team, new characters, quite a fresh start to this IJL. We got Gardner, Grave, and Puppet as well on the team, with Meteor pulling up the end of it, Seer, Anti-Officer, and Aeroplane Spin with the Goatman pick. Pretty standard stuff here in round 1. I really want to see how Meteorologist can fare against the Goatman, because anytime she pushes him back, he's gonna fly to the other side of the cage and potentially kill her. But at the same time, if she uses a cloud, she can go above pallets and windows, which could really help her out cutting against a Goatman. So I'm actually really curious to see how this matchup's gonna go. Although unfortunately, we might not be able to see Wendy take kite because they are gonna be protecting this Wendy, which I guess kind of makes sense. I don't know. I really wanted to see Wendy take kite. I think we did get to see Wendy, I want to say, once or twice earlier in the tournament when I was streaming it. However, she didn't really do that much, unfortunately. We saw her, yeah, we didn't really see her do much, honestly. So I really hope we get to see Wendy do something in this match. I think that would be really cool. All right, let's see here. Ooh, interesting start from QTD. Heavy on the tide with this one. We got a detention trump card blink from Brontel here. But we have Tide borrowed on the Grave and Gardner. We have Tide knee jerk on the puppet, and then full kite on the meteor, which I think is really interesting. Already sets up a wind blast. I don't know why, because the Goatman's not coming for her, unless he is. No way he's gonna go all the way for the Wendy. Surely not. Oh my gosh, he might actually. No. Okay, a little bit of rotation. I mean, and it doesn't need to be said that there are 3 tanks on this team, which is really good against Goatman. Gardner, annoying for Goatman. Grave, not really a chase. Like, if you chase a Grave, it's a 3-cipher kite against Goatman, like, just guaranteed. He's gonna go for the Gardner and wait out the bubble. He, like, kind of just pressure down ciphers while getting a bunch of energy. The bubble will pop in about a couple seconds here. Let's see. Bubble. Oh, the timer is not correct. Okay. Not fully correct on that timer. Bro, a little impatient there. It still gets the hit. Okay. Not the worst start because, again, this Goatman has so much energy, dude. And all that veteran speed bonus just doesn't matter. Gardner's over there. Will he be able to get the hit? Nope. The movement of this Gardner was very good, but again, wasn't enough because Goatman is still so very good. And he has a lot of energy. He could actually cage to the rescuer and force the rescue in, like, immediately if he really wanted to. And I think that's what he's going to do. Grave might just instant pop shovel here. Oh, that's tough. Cage again. Doesn't blink. But Puppet gets the rescue. Oh, that's 2 cages forced out. Did slow down the decoding just a little bit, but not enough, dude. Not enough. Ooh, not the best cage here. Oh, no, he blinked through his own cage. And I know that's just another reason why Blink Goatman is very, very silly. And bubble. Do we see the bubble? This new kiting area is actually working really well against this Goatman. Remember, this kiting area did not used to be here. It did not used to have these double pallets here. I really don't know why they buffed Lakeside. I really don't know. I feel like that was kind of unnecessary, if you ask me. Now, that bubble is pretty much primed. So if she gets inside this and primes the bubble here. Oh. But there it is. Yep. Now just break the cage. Break the. Okay, she wants to go back to these pallets. Goatman nerf right there. That would have hit pre-Goatman nerf, I guarantee it. I guarantee it, bro. Okay, finally gets the Gardner down. She bought so much time, though. That was such an insane rebound from the Gardner. Utilizing these new pallets on Lakeside Village to the utmost of her ability, with all while rocking the Holly Jolly skin as well. And now the Grave is here, and these pallets are still going to be hurting this Goatman because, look, he can't hurt the Grave. There's so many pallets here. And pre-drop pallets is so good when you have a Gravekeeper, so he has to start breaking all these pallets. He's gonna cage to the Puppeteer. Don't do it, Brontel. Don't do it. He's just trying to threaten him off the Cypher. He's just trying to buy a couple seconds here, knowing that the Grave is gonna want to rush you at the last second. Trying to counter it, but unfortunately, Goatman's abilities are too committal. He can't really go back and forth like an opera singer can. He needs to rely on a Terror Shock or a farm. Okay, that is going to be a guaranteed draw? Right? No, Graves gonna try to heal stall, isn't he? Oh no. They're gonna try to come up with something. They're trying to come up with some sort of plan. Graves gonna drop the pallet. They're gonna be able to pop. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and the Gardner is just standing there behind the pallet because that's how you beat Goatman. Oh, needed to get into that. He needed to get into that way sooner. I'm sorry. You need to get in that shovel way sooner. That was a huge mistake from QTD. However, I must say, QTD Survivor debut, they are cooking, bro. They are absolutely cooking. They're about to win against Goatman. They have 4 survivors up endgame versus a Goatman. They are doing so extremely well, dude. The tank picks are doing so well. I'm honestly surprised they didn't even try to maybe potentially go Hullabaloo. But yeah, the tanks are just so safe in this meta, dude. They're just so incredibly safe. So incredibly strong. Gardner bubble will go down. He does have TP to go back. He might TP here. No, he has to chair. He can't TP just yet. Puppet's going to be able to get that rescue. Gardner will be dead on chair. I think he's going to be able to manage a single kill here. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see any Wendy action this match, which is kind of sad. Yeah, the Wendy just leaves. She just leaves. I'm actually surprised she left. She still had bottle. She could have done something. I'm actually really surprised she left. But maybe they're trying to go for like some sort of dungeon play here. Oh. Is the Grave feeding Tinnitus on purpose? Oh wait, he does have dungeon. Oh my gosh. He gets inside the shovel. Oh no. Oh wait, but the shovel's gonna run out. Nah, he doesn't make it. He doesn't. Wait, no, he does. If he hits him, you can't hit him. You can't hit him. He's gonna be able to crawl to the dungeon. The Puppeteers to Lewis, and they get out. It's a 3 escape. QTD 3 escaping in their debut match. Oh my goodness. That was kind of insane. I have to give it up. That they played that so well. And we didn't even get to see the Wendy. We didn't even get to see the Wendy. And they still got the 3. Oh my goodness. And look at this. This seems a little familiar. We got round 2, first half this time. AWG is hunting once again. QTD is up again. So remember last time how I talked about the opera singer ban being out prioritized over a Hullabaloo ban? Well, this time it's actually real. It's not global ban. The Goatman is global banned. But they're banning opera over Hulla. And they're picking Barmaid into a potential Hulla, which is kind of insane to me. Barmaid into Hulla. They have Forward, Finn, Barmaid, and Painter. This is a little unconventional. Now, Forward is round 1 viable, potentially, because he actually does decent versus Goatman and decent versus Hulla, but it has to be a very good Forward. It really has to be a good Forward. But yeah, when it came to Koa 8, this is not the comps that you were seeing. You would never see a Barmaid in round... Or like, you never see a Barmaid going up against a Hullabaloo. And Painter, I don't know. I don't feel like Painter you'd really... You saw Painter as a niche, and Finn and Forward definitely as well, but seeing all these characters all together does feel a little weird, I can't lie. All right, let's see here. So we got Peeper, Trump Card, Inso from this Hulla. So this one is not rocking detention, so they're gonna keep things simple with the standard Hullabaloo build here. We have a Flywheel tied Finn and Forward, and then Flywheel borrowed on the Painter and Barmaid. So it really does seem that in this meta, Flywheel is the way to go, especially after banning Opera. I think of the big 4, it needs to be said that Flywheel is the better option for 3 out of the big 4, whereas Flywheel isn't as good versus Opera. It's still decent, but you'd much rather have Knee Jerk Reflex versus an Opera Singer. It is far better. And it looks like that's why we're seeing so many Flywheels. The entire team has Flywheels to be able to deal with this Hullabaloo. Not going to be able to get that first hit here. Again, Hullabaloo nerfs potentially in full effect. The speed nerf to his base walk speed. His clone cooldown. The fact that he... Oh, that's tough. The instant clone. That was really good. The instant double surprise, as I should say, if I was an official commentator. I don't know why they call it double surprise. I guess it's because there's 2 of him, and it's like a surprise that it comes out of nowhere, but... I don't know, bro. I just feel like clone is easier to say. Although it's not as whimsical, so I don't know. I feel like double surprise is way more whimsical. Okay, doesn't get the instant clone this time, unfortunately. Does not get it, but that was a very short painting. He did not complete that painting. You can definitely tell that was a very, very short painting. And no jumps on this Hullabaloo. He cannot jump just yet because his jumps are 18 seconds. For those things. And then the Forward is here. He died right next to the Forward, which dying on a, usually dying on a Cypher is considered to be not very good. But dying on a Harasser's Cypher, especially one like a Forward, is not bad. Flywheels to avoid the double color, but unfortunately still 1 away. Goes for the jump, and we see the Forward zooming all the way over to this pallet. He'll probably just drop it here, and because of his dropping speed, he doesn't get hit by that. Although I think it was a little bit early from Brontel as well. And there's nothing that Brontel can do. Look at how much time this Forward is buying. Forward, again, is very viable right now. The Painter's going to be able to self-heal soon. He does get a hit onto the Forward. Black, red, and that's it. Yeah, dude, that's it. He had to respect the Forward. And look at this. The other people are able to decode so much longer now. And his vaulting makes it so he can just go back and forth. Forward is so good right now in this meta. He is so good. Look at that. He gets so much distance now. But the snipe? Oh, interesting. Okay, there's the snipe. Okay, this is not looking good. This is not looking good, though. They healed up the painter. Wait, did they heal him with a bottle? I'm stupid. Let me see. I don't think they did. Let me see. No, they did heal him with a bottle. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay, so that's one barmaid drink gone. But then again, that's why barmaid is so strong as well. When you have a survivor that the hunter switch targets on, the barmaid can just heal it up for pretty much no cost. One bottle, no, it takes no time at all, and they can keep pushing Cypher Rush. Oh my goodness, QTD is playing so freaking well, dude. They are playing so freaking well, and their comps are working out well too. The Peeper diff was definitely the reason why Bronto was able to get that hit, though. If it wasn't Peeper's forward was 100% making that. And he's gonna try to get a little aggressive onto this Finn here now because he doesn't really have much of a choice. But Finn is just so hard of a chase, dude. Even though he's here for the rescue, he's just gonna leave the forward on the ground. He's getting so and completely aggressive here, but Hullabaloo just doesn't really have the tools to get this aggressive anymore. He doesn't have all the jumps. He used to have so many jumps. He does actually get the Finn down, which was really good. And he's gonna force off a lot of people off of their ciphers. They still have 3 ciphers, but there's so much progress on all of them. Painter doesn't have anything. This is a very risky play. It might actually make it so he comes out on top, but it's so risky, dude. It is so incredibly risky. Barmaid's gonna heal up the forward with the drink. Look at that, dude. All this aggressive gameplay. Stops the rescue on the painter, though. That's so important. Wait, he actually can win now. He can win now all because of that. The aggressiveness is paying off. The stuffed rescue on the painter was huge, dude. That is absolutely huge. The forward will heal up from the barmaid. The barmaid is actually keeping them in this game. The only reason they're in this game is because of this barmaid right now. Because the painter wouldn't even have the health to heal earlier. Oh my goodness, dude. They need to come in for this double. But now he's cutting off the barmaid so early. He might be able to get the barmaid down here. Oh, not enough just yet. He's going to go back. Realizes with the body language of the survivors that the forward is going to be the one to go into the rescue, not the barmaid. We'll get a hit here. Tries to foul. He waits out the flywheel, Bronto. This comeback is insane. They were working him. They were absolutely working him. And then he was just like, yeah, let me just go for the double down and stuff a rescue. And that's it. That's always the easiest way to win his hunter is stuff a rescue. He's going to kill the Finn now. This is one elimination onto the board and has trump card ready. We might see a TP here to the forward, to the barmaid, to the forward. Forward does have self-heal, of course. Or wait. Now, who doesn't have self-heal? Is that the painter? The painter doesn't have self-heal. The painter doesn't. The forward does have self-heal. My fault. My fault. But this forward has no borrowed time. So he can win this. This can be a 3K, actually. Their ciphers, again, do have a lot of significant progress. Not the best jump there, unfortunately. Very weird-looking rotation. He's going to switch targets. Going for the cipher. Very aggressive gameplay from Bronto. Oh, that's kind of huge. I think this wall is too big to jump. That's why he didn't want to. Just break the pallet, bro. What? Just break the pallet? Okay, interesting. He's not breaking any of the pallets, which I find to be really interesting. And now he's chasing a survivor who has fin ball support from the grave. Grave isn't being dead, not from the grave keeper. Bro, just break the pallet. Come on. These 2 pallets are so OP. I know you're Hullabaloo, but even then, you gotta break the pallet. He's gonna leave and go for the cipher. The aggressiveness was paying off, but now, I don't know. I feel like now it's gonna be a draw. He doesn't have any tools to catch up this barmaid. That jump was not the best. She's gonna be able to make it to Shack. I feel like he should have saved the jump. Gets the double color. He will be able to get the barmaid down, but they're gonna be able to pop in time. The flywheel! Oh my gosh, he would have been able to pick up in time, but the flywheel's saving the barmaid's life. And they can pop right now. Oh my gosh, dude. And now I don't even know if he can win anymore. He's now in a draw position because Survivor's brought it back. Barmaid's gonna predict. Yep, predicts that the Hullabaloo would jump. Oh, and the speed drink. She's got nothing now. Both gates are being worked on. I think she's gonna be able to kite long enough. There's just too many pallets. There's too many pallets. His clone cooldown, his jumps. He doesn't have as many resources. It's gonna be a draw. There's nothing he can do here. There's literally nothing he can do in this situation with how his clones are positioned, or with how his thing is positioned right now. Now he just has to make sure he doesn't get dungeon. So dangerous. Okay. Where is the dungeon? It's graveyard. She's not gonna make it, but it's a draw. It's 100% a draw. All that work, all that aggressive gameplay, all for a draw, dude. It's honestly kind of sad. He's so deathly afraid of pallets. I mean, he can't even walk through. If he walks through it, it won't register. Yep, there we go. Okay. That's going to be a draw for the Hulla. Good chance, though. Good chance of winning, but the survivors really brought it back. I feel like maybe if he like continued going after the forward, there was a chance because of the no borrow time. But I think he wanted better results than that. Well, now we're moving on to round 2, second half. They actually swapped their hunter for Kotami here, which is interesting. And for an even more interesting thing, they're banning Dream Witch for some reason. Oh, maybe Kotami likes the map pressure hunters like Witch and Ivy. That might be a target ban. That might actually be a target ban. I'm not super familiar with Kotami's hunters, but maybe Kotami really, really likes playing Dream Witch. And Dream Witch on Red Church is pretty strong. So, yeah, maybe that's why they play Ivy, because if they play Dream Witch, you know, it makes sense for you to play Ivy a lot as well. Just because they're so similar here. But we got MCO on Aeroplane System, really excited to see. We got Bataru, Psychologist, Namiko on the coordinator, and Ayaz, I just don't know how to pronounce her name, on the forward. So forward coming out here in round 2 once again, this time versus Ivy though. Gonna be a bit trickier versus Ivy, that's for sure. And let's see here. So Ivy, we got the Detention, Inso, Blink build. We got Borrowed, Knee Jerk on the Psych, Flywheel Tied on the Arrow, Tied, Borrowed, Forward, Borrowed, Flywheel on the Cordy. So everybody out here with a different build. No single survivor has the exact same build. We love to see that variety. Rock on the S tier for Ivy. Now, who are we going to chase first here? I feel like the ideal first chase for an Ivy into this comp is not Aeroplanist. Probably not the forward. You're going to chase the coordinator? I feel like the coordinator is fine, yeah. Does get 20. Thank goodness for the Ivy not getting unlucky with the 59s or anything like that, which is really, really nice. Coordinator, again, does not have knee jerk, so not going to get a huge speed boost from this window, but still gets one because of the built-in speed boost that coordinator gets every single 40 seconds. And we're gonna just have the Yip very hard focused on the chase right now. Really wants to get a spook here. We'll see if we can get a spook right around here. We do need to break this pallet here first. Break the pallet. Do we see a gun usage? We see the spook. Misses the spook though. No spook onto Namiko. So now we have to wait another 20 seconds or however long the cooldown is. Yeah, I think it's like 20 seconds, yeah, for the spook. Oh, trying to force out a flywheel. Oh my! That could not, I want to break this down. That could not have gone better for Namiko. Swings once to try to bait out the flywheel, but they know Blink isn't ready, probably. And now they're like, oh, Blink's ready. Flywheels the Blink. And then looks at her. The Ivy presses Scare. But the gun comes out, and the Kotami was trying to interrupt the scare or interrupt the gun animation by using Scare. However, that made it so Namiko gets 100 corrosion, gets shot at the same time. So Kotami, they pretty much traded all of their resources. They traded Blink and Scare for Flywheel and gun, but Namiko ends up the one in the end. Like, they literally traded Corrosion and Blink for Flywheel and Gun. They literally traded their 2 abilities. They traded their traits, Blink and Flywheel, and they traded their abilities, Gun and Corrosion. And now it's basically like the kite has just started. They have completely reset, except this time, Cord doesn't have a gun, Ivy doesn't have a Blink, and there are also basically 3 ciphers done. So that was just absolutely insane from Namiko. However, gonna get a quick hit right here. Gonna get the second hit, or gonna get the second little main body scare as well, which is really, really needed at a time like this because the ciphers are moving so incredibly fast. That Blink prediction was just so good from Namiko, so incredibly good. Now I feel like the only way Kotami can win this is in 2 ways. 1, a lucky Terror Shock on Chair when it comes to the rescue, or 2, insane levels of pressure in the end game. They have to rely on Ivy's extremely strong end game because again, it is pretty common in tournaments for Ivy to get 3 cipher kited. It is very common. We see this quite a lot in tournaments for Ivy. It's her end game that where things really start turning around, because if the survivors make any sort of mistakes at all, the Ivy can take advantage of that, and it's gonna hurt them in the long run. It really will. But you have to balance her map pressure versus her full presence, and with Endgame, and she does not yet have full presence. She will once the Rescuer comes on in here. We will pressure on the Psychologist, Cypher, pull back the Yithian here. The Yithian! And we'll go pressure down the forward Cypher as well. And we don't have enough time to pull it back, so we just have to go... Oh! Wait, what? Did he use his hover there? Oh, I've seen this trick. Oh, that's such a good trick. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Ready? Look at this trick. I think I saw this in a Kudo Trio video before. The aeroplane, Emco, of course it's my go Emco. I think it only works if the Ivies, or if somebody's really like close to the chair. This is a way to get a guaranteed rescue as Aeroplanist without getting Terror Shocked. I think that's the whole point, because Ivy is, you know, kind of a TS queen because you can't really look at her, right? But because she's so close to the chair, there is a way, I don't know how it's done, but there is, if you look at it super closely, look at Emco's item usage. They use hover, and then somehow use jetpack, and they somehow don't go in the air, and they cancel it? Maybe it's like hover, jetpack, cancel hover, like I don't know how fast it has to be, but you have to press a ton of buttons really quickly and then get the rescue. And look at that, the Ivy can't swing, and it's a guaranteed rescue. He can't get TS. Only airplanes can do that. It's a hover cancel into rescue, and it's an insanely high level play. I don't know how to do it yet. I don't know what the button order of it is. I don't even know if it's possible on PC, but that is an extremely useful trick to get guaranteed rescues. But again, the hunter has to be right on top of the chair, right next to you, right next to you for it to work. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work. And also, I'm pretty sure the chair also needs to have a wall behind it. So if you do it up against like an open area chair, like the mid chair on Chinatown, it's not gonna work. It's only gonna work if you can like go into the corner of a chair, which a lot of chairs do have walls behind them, but I don't think this will work on every chair in the game. Does get a sneaky hit under the Aeroplanist there though, but I just think that rescue is beautiful, bro. That was so beautiful from the Aeroplanist. I just wanted to break that down there. So AWG is absolutely cooking in this game, dude. So many good plays from Namako. Beautiful rescue from Emco as well. No harassment from the forward, obviously, because forward, you know, versus Ivy is kind of hard. But we could see it later. I mean, he does need to come in here. We might see him just try to trade a little bit of his life for the coordinator. We might see him stun on chair. We might see him stun on chair to force out the spook, and then maybe he'll use it later. I don't know. Will we use the blink here? We do blink. Oh, but no blink endgame though, Kotami. No blink endgame. I think Kotami is kind of banking on a draw at this point because they already have a decent lead. The forward! Oh, wait, he can't rescue! He can't, wait, will he stun on chair? Will he stun on chair? He has to stun on chair, doesn't he? No, Batoru can come in. Oh, Batoru can heal the forward as well. No, Batoru has to just come on in. They already have the ciphers, it's fine. They already have the ciphers. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Wow, A's really got aggressive for that there. No way you're gonna commit to Emco on the cipher, right? There's no way. I think she's just positioning for endgame. Let's see. You want to try to get a Terror Shock here if possible, or the insta farm. No, move, psych, move. There's so many pallets here, dude. If you break that, they'll pop. You really want to, yeah. That, look at the distance, dude. The distance. Coordinator got her speed boost at the perfect time too. Looked like she got her pallet speed boost that looked even faster than BT. If you ask me. I think she actually did get it. If I'm looking at the bottom right, it looks like or bottom left, she actually did get it. It looks like at that time. Oh man, okay, now we're getting into IV endgame. However, there are 4 survivors up in IV endgame, which is really bad for Kotami here. Typically, when 3 survivors are up, Ivy could still possibly do something, but when it's 4, it's really hard. It is so incredibly hard. All they have to do is stall out detention. There is no trait from Kotami since they got aggressive and used it earlier on the coordinator here. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be really tough. There's so many pallets that Kotami didn't break. I'm noticing that Kotami does not like breaking pallets. I think that's like the 3rd pallet they've broken this match. Maybe the 2nd. I don't even know how many pallets they've broke, but they've barely broke any. They've really hardly broke any pallets. Let's see. All right, that's half a detention. That's a whole minute passed. Not a single target got down. Oh, will we go for Batoru? No. Now we will. Oh, but the wrong... She TP'd to the wrong tablet and it died instantly as she teleported. Oh my gosh, that's so unlucky, dude. Oh, that's so unlucky. And this is why we see Ivy as the least played character of the big 4, bro. because she's so inconsistent. She's so strong, but so inconsistent, dude. She is just so inconsistent. When she doesn't work, she really, really doesn't work, dude. She really doesn't work. So we're going to have to see a blink here. And that is going to be a 1K. Not very good, dude. Not very good at all. Not at all. That hurts, dude. That hurts. And it's going to be basement as well. The forward could have tried to go for something crazy here, but she's going to go basement. So, wait. Struggle. No, okay. We're good. She's going to go basement just so they can't rescue. Because she knew that the forward maybe had tied. She didn't see what the forward had. So, you go basement there so they can't tie cheese you out the gate. Well played from AWG, but I really do feel bad about from Kotami there. That was really tough. So it's round 3 time. Looks like it's going to be Leo's Memory here. We got Opera and Ivy Band, and then Goat and Hulla Global Band. So big 4 are gone. So AWG has to play something that isn't big 4. We have a Prisoner, Mercenary, Anti, and Meteorologist coming out here once again. And we're going to go Ann, of course. Ann Gaming. We love cats. We love Ann. Yeah, pretty typical. For some reason, somebody on the global band for the survivors is not showing up, but it's definitely there. I think it's just a UI error or something. I don't know. They've been having a few UI errors for round 1, or sorry, day 1, I should say, of this tournament here. All right, let's see here. So, Mimey or Mime? Is it Mime or Mimey? Mime? I feel like it's Mime, right? Meme? I really don't know how it's pronounced. I don't feel like it's not how Japanese is like spelled. There is no MY, to my knowledge, in Japan. So they're either gonna chase the Antiquarian or the Meteorologist. I really want to see the Meteorologist do something because I really want to put her in the thumbnail. I mean, I really want to have content for. Yeah, definitely. I just want to see. We haven't really got to see Wendy do too much in tournaments just yet, so I really want to see what she's capable of, And wow, look at this. It seems like they're really ready for Yukikina's Ann here. Yukikina has played Ann before, hence why we got these knee jerks out here. Knee jerk is far more consistent than Flywheel versus Ann, so we're going to be seeing Bar Time knee jerk on the Anti and the Meteorologist. We have Bar Time Tide Mercenary, of course, and a full kite Prisoner. She's going to be going straight for the Wendy. Oh, huh? What's going on? Okay. I'm not really sure what that was all about. That was kind of weird. I don't know why Yukikina stood still there twice. That was strange. We do hit our cats. What are we going to do here? We're going to break the pallet first. But Wendy can... Oh my gosh, that knee jerk gets her so much distance. Okay, we're going to seal the abilities here after the jump. So Wendy can't draw anything right now. Actually, she does have a drawing before she got sealed, so she should still be able to use it. But she canceled it. Gonna redraw something here. She's gonna redraw a Wind Blast here. Oh, dodges the Wind Blast. Explodes the cats because that's gonna be a guaranteed hit. Now look at that. That right here, just as a reminder for those who aren't familiar, look at the Ann cooldown of the cats. This is a very good trick that you can do as Ann. Especially if the server's not next to a pallet or a window. I know probably thousands of you already know this, but for the few people in the back, look at this. And seals the cats first before swinging because now the cats enter cooldown right as she swings. See that? It's 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. And right around when it reaches 6, almost 5, her cat cooldown basically comes up faster. Now her cats are here so much faster. That is a beautiful optimization that Ann mains use all the time. In high level, I should say. In high level. We're gonna see a warp, and Wendy just trying to stall out the cats because she knows she's gonna go down, dying in that very corner there. So that was good. That was a pretty solid kite. Nothing really super special, but we do see a pause. I was actually expecting to see this earlier. It seems like the Ann, maybe Yukikina, was having some issues earlier, which was a little strange standing still there. All right, pause is over. Hopefully none of the players were lagging too bad there. It didn't really seem too bad except for the very start with the Ann. But yeah, again, that was a pretty solid kite. Wendy still does have one more bottle to use. We might be able to see one potential rebound. She is still in factory, so with the pallet, she can maybe make use of something here. Is the Mercenary coming in at all? That's going to be after half. Okay, I guess they're choosing to rescue after half because they want a draw, which is fine, but I feel like that's kind of passive. And does miss the cats, just seals them, doesn't get the seal off on the Prisoner, the Ricington.
which you definitely want because it would stop decoding for 10 seconds. Yeah, this is just looking like a solid draw. Solid draw indeed. Plus, I guess they could harass with anti, but yeah, no, I think it's too risky. It's too risky, dude. It's too risky. What the? Not the best rescue. Okay. No trait. Gets full prez off that mercenary, and he's just gonna stand in the way. There is no warp just yet. Merc will probably drop the pallet right before he dies, I'm guessing. He's just kind of being a wall right now. Oh, what? He didn't drop the Wind Blast! Okay, nice Wind Blast from the Wendy. Dude, that cat is huge. Look at the range of that thing. And there's the warp. But will the cat run out? She has no jump. No. Dude, the cow was enormous. How you dodged that? It was huge. You had to drop the pallet. There's no, she's gonna get a jump. Dude, that was so close. That cat is huge. And probably should have chaired the Merc there, actually. I'm not really sure why she decided to get greedy, because there was definitely a lot of time being bought there. Yeah, once again, that is truly a every second matters type of thing, because... Oh, prisoner? Is he dead? I think he's dead. Yeah, he's cooked. He is cooked, bro. He is cooked. Not much he can do there. No trait, though. That is going to be a draw, as expected. Yeah, not much else to say. Pretty decent kite. Rescue after half. Buy some time with the OP wall, and then you get your draw. Pretty simple stuff. All right, seems like QTD Mitake is up here. Wait a minute. Has QTD had 3 hunters play, or is that just me? I feel like they have 3 hunters. Oh my gosh, they have 3 hunters? Hold on, wait, Bonathan? They banned Wendy. Oh my gosh, this Survivor team is almost the same as last time, except they're swapping Wendy for Finn, and they're banning Witch. Even though Sangria is available, but they go Bonathan? Interesting. Okay, that's really interesting. So I just looked, and I guess if I can just show you here real quick. Yeah, QTD has 3 hunters. They have 3 hunters. Opera, Ivy, Goat, Dream Witch, Leo. Like, that's kind of crazy, dude. They have 3 hunters. That's very rare that you see a team with 3 hunters. Normally it's like, you know, 5 survivors, 2 hunters. That's the norm because you have 1 sub of each, right? But now you have no sub survivors, and you have 3 hunters. 3 hunters is very rare. But then again, at the same time, they can also be highly specialty picks. So maybe this Bonbon, maybe Mitake has been practicing this Bonathan quite a bit, especially post-buff. Let's see here. We got a Flywheel, borrowed Anti and Finn build, borrowed Knee-Jerk Priz, borrowed Tide on the Mercenary, Zeta Accessory from QTD as well. That Zeta Accessory is honestly really annoying. I hate that accessory for Bonbon. Fighting it anyway. It looks flashy as heck. Oh, we almost got a full OPH team too. Oh my gosh. They have 3 of the 4 OPH skins and members. If only they had a cheerleader instead of Finn, they would have had Team OPH. And if only it was Smiley instead of Bonbon. But yeah, the Tension Trump card, Blink Bonbon, very, very standard. Chasing out Emco here first. Oh, beautiful popcorn ball from Emco. And Bonbon's charge attack is so long. Oh, misses his charge attack there, though. Big mistake from Mitake. Oh, my goodness. And, yeah, as a reminder, I believe Schmitty told me in terms of rank results. Now, this is just rank, not tourney. But Bonbon currently has to my knowledge, the lowest loss rate out of every single hunter right now. Not the highest win rate, but the lowest loss rate, as in this character barely ever loses anymore. He like always draws. It's crazy to me, dude. It is absolutely crazy to me that his character has the lowest loss rate. We will see a blink for the first hit after Finn used the flywheel. Very solid flywheel. We'll go back to his ball though. Needs to be said, he does still have both balls out here. He could go, looks like he's just gonna try to straight line game here. Interesting. I thought Emco would maybe try to loop a little bit, lose a little bit of distance to dodge these bombs. He wants to go to that pallet. It's a little obvious, so he'll eat the chip. 1 more chip and he will die. He does go down. Okay, that was a good kite from Emco. Almost 3 ciphers. That was very, very solid. So now the question is, will Mitake start pressing the thing? He will. Oh, he presses it once. Okay. So something that I find to be interesting is Sprinter actually said that Bonbon's buff is actually very overrated. But I don't know how much I agree with that. I really don't. I feel like it just kind of forces you to rescue against Bonbon. And yeah, perfect example right there. Now they have a TS, and now there's going to be a mercenary going down. That's going to be a guaranteed double down. Because you're forced to rescue him before half. That's why. I don't think it's the fact that he got stronger. It's the fact that you are now incentivized to rescue from him. Otherwise, the game will speed up. It's not the rescue itself. It is the incentive that you have to rescue before half. Otherwise, that you are going to lose time. Like, because it's literally, like, it does make sense to balance it out that he has to sacrifice bombs for getting the chair. But it is literally the fact that he can do that in the first place that you have to respect that it will speed up the pace of the game. That is what makes him strong. Like, he presses it once. He'll need to press it once now that he's second on chair, because he'll die in 24 seconds, like, guaranteed. He can even use the mercenary as a weapon, but then again, against an anti, I don't know if that's the best. Oh, wait, that's a free rescue. Oh, okay, I really don't know why he did that, actually. I don't know why he did that when the anti was that close. Okay, anti is saving this game right now. Nameko putting in the work. Only one person decoding, though. Ciphers are moving, but only one person decoding, which is not the best. MCO going all the way into this corner to dodge all of these bombs. And we'll see the anti. He really has to respect this anti. Bombs. Lamp oil. Lamp oil. Rope. Rope. Bombs. Bombs. Oh, that hit Nameko. Okay. MCO will go down to a basic. The flywheel. Beautiful. That's going to be a hit, though. And that right there is going to be a guaranteed draw from the Bonbon because they do not have the ciphers. Oh, Bonathan, bro. Oh, Bonathan. This guy, Bonathan, bro. This guy, Bonathan. Yeah, I think the whole point is that because, like, the incentive to rescue is so much higher against Bonbon before half, it's going to lead to him getting more successful camps. Because so often in tourney, they just sell, and that's it. But now they can't really sell anymore. Otherwise, the Bonbon's going to have more time to get pressure. And if he gets a faster down, I don't know. I guess it really depends on, like, people are going to have to start experimenting with trade-offs. Like, can we afford to sell? And, like, when you need a win, that hurts, bro. You really, sometimes you need a win, and winning against Bonbon, like, it's going to be hard, bro. Because you're going to have to rescue. Or just kite an insanely long amount of time. Let's see. Bomb. Bomb. Oh, misses the flywheel, dude. Misses the flywheel. That's tough. All right, well, here comes another chair. Now, will he start pressing the button? He doesn't really have any bombs to start pressing the button. He might press it once. Yeah, he'll press it once, and then he'll TP. Wow, a Bonbon getting aggressive and not camping. Never thought I'd see the day. But then again, I'm pretty sure that he wants to get this win because I don't really know what the points are right now. But I think he wants to get the win to close out the set right here. I should have kept a little better track of the points here. But we'll see. I mean, maybe they have to force up a new cipher. All people are now at half health, but now he has to go all the way back for the cipher because the mercenary will be there. No, he's going to go for the prisoner. Is he gambling on the fact that the prisoner has no borrowed? I think he might be. I think that's why he's doing this. Misses all the bombs. Nice vault from the Priz. They're still not on the cipher. What the heck? Oh, are they? They might be healing, actually. They need to heal for the rescue, I think. That might be what they're doing right now. Priz. Okay, he's kiting very well, I must say. Batoru is cutting very well. Nope, they are now finally decoding. The mercenary is just now in position to get the rescue. And he's going to chair right here. Okay. So he's going to have his... I guess maybe this also stalls his TP back. He's going to have his TP back up soon. Mercenary has seen the chair once. Doesn't really have a lot. He's here for the instant rescue. And down goes the Merc. They have to pop here. He'll go for the Priz. The ante is going to be on the gate. He forced the ante on the gate successfully. But Prisoner and Factory, if you chase him, that's a draw. You have to swap. You have to swap targets. You have to swap. He's going to TP here 100%. Yep, he has to because Prisoner and Factory is so broken. And he does have detention, but it's an ante, and you have to respect ante. All right. And now he's going to go for the Merc. Nope. He's going to go for the ante. He's really trying to pressure both gates at once. But now at this point, he's going to have no trait. The mercenary's gonna push the gate, and this is gonna be a draw here, most likely. He still has to respect the ante, he still has one more flute. The fact that it exists, he's losing so much time just to the fact that it exists. He should just kill her now. That's the thing. But look at how much time he's losing because he's constantly respecting the ante. And now she might be able to get out. I don't think she'll be able to, but with a flywheel. Oh my! Oh, wait! No. Okay, it's a draw. Woo! Imagine if the prisoner was there, bro. Oh my gosh, if the prisoner was there, not the mercenary. Given the bomb on a quick extra shock, they would have made that, bro. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that, dude. That was way too close. That was an intense bonbon game, bro. And because of that Bonathan game, we are going to be going into overtime. So this video is going to just be super, super long, bro. Oh my gosh. This video is going to be insanely long. I am not going to have fun editing this. We got to see a full global ban, though. Look at that. Full global bans on both sides. And it's going to be Moonlit as the map here. And we have Acro, Priestess, Barmaid, and Officer coming out here. I wonder what Mitake will play. Dream Witch is available, but she's not super strong on this map. Mitake likes... It says on the thing that Mitake plays Dream Witch and Hellember, but it's going to be the Witch. Yeah, it's going to be the Witch. I was about to say, there's no way we're about to see a Hellember, bro. They also banned Wendy again, which is kind of sad. I really want to see more Wendy gameplay, but seems like she is a priority ban now. She seems to be pretty scary for these hunters. All right, spawns pretty standard across the board here. Oh wait, they have a Barmaid though against a Witch. With Coaster, I don't know about this one actually. This might actually end up being a little tricky for the Witch. Oh, and the full flywheels as well. Yeah, flywheel tends to be the better pick against Dream Witch. Ooh, what is this skin? It's very green. And not chasing the Barmaid, chasing the Priestess. Yeah, I actually agree. Well, how is Priestess versus Dream Witch on this map? Because I feel like, because the main body, only one thing can go through the portal, right? You can't have like two followers go through the portal. So if she ever has like a huge portal, especially like across the entire map, it's gonna be really hard. Okay, come on now. I feel like that's a Dream Witch day one. Come on, I feel like that's actually just Dream Witch day one. Here comes main body Patroller. And she's gonna try to portal through over here, but oh! Wow. The leech was still moving. I like the idea from Batoru, but I feel like that was kind of disrespectful to the Witch. I feel like their plan was very basic. I feel like they kind of fell for like some day one Dream Witch stuff, you know? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Like that, obviously that was a really good play from the Witch, but I also feel like Batoru was very impatient, kind of just like expected to get the pallets done and expected to get the free portal. Like the hunters aren't just gonna let you get that for free now, buddy. I don't know. That feels like something I would do. Like I would try to do. I'd be like, I'm gonna try to palace stun it. Dang it. I'm gonna try to portal. Dang it. I don't really expect to see that from a pro. I feel like they'd be a little more patient with that, but I don't know. Who can say? But yeah, these types of portals, I'm curious because the main body is gonna be too far from the follower now. So I don't know. And yeah, this should be the main follower. The leech should be right here. There's the pincer, the swap. She goes back down this way though. Now she's chasing with the leech, I believe. Yeah, now she's chasing with the leech, which is not the best. Very late vault on the priestess there, but she was also trying to mind game it there. That also means it's full presence. And this witch has already swapped to blink, surprisingly. She didn't even use blink for the down, but has already swapped to blink, which I find to be interesting. Does blink with her main body to get a little bit closer here to this chair. We'll also set up a quick leech here. Will Priestess struggle? She will! She will! Yeah, I was gonna say, that's such a far chair to make. You're chairing her from all the way. Oh no! Oh no! That's huge! That's huge! Because you're a witch! That's huge! Oh no! QTD is losing now, all because of that one play. Oh no, dude, the greed! The greed! The greed, dude. Oh my goodness, the greed. The greed, dude. I feel like this is kind of a hard comp for Witch, too. Barmaid, Priestess, Acro. Okay, like, she's doing good with the mind games. But the second, because the Priestess gets away, and because you're a Witch, you can't just go back after her. It's not that simple. You gotta reposition your entire game plan. And I think, yeah, her trying to chair on that Cypher, like, I know you're supposed to chair on a Cypher as Hunter. Like, that's the best way to pressure Cyphers, to chair on them. But, like, that one was just too far, man. It was just too far. If they had a chair Cypher bridge, that would have been better. But unfortunately for Mitake, they did not get the lucky Cypher bridge chair. Honestly, dude, that's why there's a lot of RNG to matches, because sometimes you just don't get the chairs that you want. There are very, very strong chairs that sometimes you just don't get. And when you don't get those chairs, man, it feels awful, dude. It really does. But of course, when you're the survivor, the Hunter always has those chairs, you know? Wow, that's interesting. Needs to be said, we got Joker Persona 5 and Akechi Persona 5 teaming up here, which you love to see. What is the Acro trying to do? Emko, what's going on, buddy? We're just kind of watching carefully. Oh, nice bomb, nice bomb. You saw the swap, and then you're immediately like, nope, I'm not dealing with that. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, they're going to finish the... Oh! Oh! Emko! Farm, pot, boom. 4-person endgame versus Witch endgame, and she has no trait. We'll get a leech here onto the Priestess, it looks like. But I don't think the Priestess is dead on chair, right? Yeah, she's not, because she didn't get the... Because she struggled free. If she got rescued, she would have been, but I don't even think she's dead on chair. Does have a couple of blinks to work with here soon. She might be able to pull up a draw, but it's going to be really hard, especially if this is the Priestess's leech. Because if you blink down her with a leech, the Priestess heals so fast, it won't even matter. It won't even matter, dude. It simply won't matter. Will we see the blink here? We do see the blink here. Oh, that's the main body, not the leech. Okay, Acro's on the gate, though. Acro gets the gate up. No, Barmy gets the gate open. This is going to be a 1K. There's too much. There's too much. There's too much. There's just too much. She has a leech ready. Will she be able to leech Emko in time? I think she can, because it's Acro. Oh, it's going to be so close. It's going to be so... No, she doesn't make it. She won't make... Wait, no, he got scared. I know, if that's his leech, I think he would have made it. If he opened up the gate, he would have made it. Because he gets hit by his leech, right? You get hit by the leech, and then you crawl out because she doesn't have main body there. And he has flywheel. He definitely would have... I think he could have made it. But then again, he's the pro. He knows better than I do. It's Emko, bro. He knows. So now they need to try to get this this 3 escape. If Emko can kite out detention, there's a chance. Is Blink available? There's the red bomb. He should be able to make it to this pallet, but we don't have Blink. Blink, actually, fun fact, it will be ready. Oh, the hunt. Oh, Emko! Are you crazy? The blink, dude, the blink on that one follower will be ready right before detention runs out. If they can blink with this and get Emko down, maybe there's a chance. Emko's gonna book it. The blink won't be enough. It won't be enough. Emko can make it. He should have one more bomb, right? Because he got the rescue. Oh no, missing these swings. There's no detention. The flywheel. He's definitely gonna make it now. Emko. Emko, you're back, baby. And that's his leech. He makes it. Emko. My goat, Emko. I never doubted you for a second, bro. Oh, it's so good to have you back, buddy. I missed Emko so much. Oh, Emko, my goat. You are so crazy at this game. Moving on to round 4, second half. Yuka Kina coming out here once again. Geisha. Ooh, I was wondering if you're going to see the Yukikina Percy or Sculptor here, but it's the Geisha. We got Mech, Psych, Aeroplanist, and Embalmer. This team decodes dummy fast, but they need to 3 escape also. Thing is, the survivors want to 3 escape, but also faster than AWG did. And against a Geisha on Moonlit, that's going to be really hard when a lot of these characters I don't feel like can kite Geisha very well outside of Aeroplanist. Because Psyche and Bomber are just rock hiders. Mech obviously has bad vaulting. She could bot body block, but then again, you're sacrificing decoding if you do that. But, you know, playing the mechanic does seem wise here because you kind of need really fast decoding. And, yeah. It's risky, but I think it's necessary. Oh wow. Spawning the mech at 4th is crazy to me. I think it's a bit of a gamble because the Geisha probably thinks she's gonna spawn 1st or 2nd to chase the mech. So it's literally a gamble. They're like, hey, we'll take the risk of keeping our mechanic safe by spawning her over here. That is actually quite a gamble, dude. That is quite a gamble. I feel like that's a gamble that you can only do versus a very good hunter. If you do that versus a rank hunter, you're gonna get destroyed. But in tournament, I feel like that's kind of good. I feel like that's what makes IDV really interesting at top level, is because you can punish people for picking correct decisions, which I find to be really, really interesting at top level. Like by making the best objective decision, you can punish the other faction because of that. Like they're always like the best possible solution that you can do, but sometimes you can position yourself in a way that makes it so the best possible position, like the best possible place for a mech normally in a regular game would always be 2-story, right? Or 1st, always one of those. That's why the Geisha kind of spawned here, right? But now spawning the mechanic 4th, where it's a weaker kiting area, she wouldn't expect the mechanic to spawn there, and now she's stuck chasing the Embalmer, and wow, gets the pallet stun to cancel her dash in time. Oh my goodness, not the best start here. Winning an early mind game like that is very, very important. You know, Hikaru always says, if you win a mind game early as Hunter, you're probably gonna win the game, or at least you're not going to lose the game. But I feel like that's kind of the same thing for survivors. If you lose a mind game, it's going to be a lot harder for you. So it's just the amount of times who can create more possible mind games here. I want to see, can you create any distance gaining here? The Psychologist is here to body block so that he can get onto the coaster, but Blink is going to be ready, so I don't know if that's even going to be a viable option. Let's see. She gets the hit. She gets the hit. Okay. I would grab a quick hit on the Psych here as well. Oh, okay. No, we want to... that makes sense. We want to chair it as quickly as possible. Yeah, that does make sense. Actually, I think you just chase the Psychologist here, do you not? Because if Embalmer uses his coffin, she's running toward where his coffin is. I feel like you just dash toward the Psych and get the hit, do you not? Maybe not, because that would speed up the game, but also 2 people are off their ciphers now. Maybe she wants to drag in the Aeroplanist first and then hit the Psychologist? I don't know. I do not know. Maybe she also... Oh, maybe it's the... No, but the Psych has Tide. It's a Tide Psych. Tide Psych, Tide Arrow, Full Kite, Embalmer. Wait, why do they have Full Kite Embalmer, though? Full Kite Embalmer is not going to get you a win. That's going to get you a draw. Interesting. I don't understand. You don't want to draw versus AWG. You want a win. And you don't really have a support character either. Unless the mech is just going to play body block? I don't know. I mean, Yukikina still has trait, too. This is going to be really hard. I think they left bot for last cipher. Yeah, all 3 ciphers are working on. Bot's going to try to finish up that other cipher. Can they protect the Embalmer long enough? I don't know. Psych is coming in. Yep, Psych is going to try to body block. But the Blink is still ready. They're having 2 people body block? But Blink! But Blink! The flywheel? Oh, the double body blockers. The Blink? Oh no! Oh my... Geisha's trash hitbox, maybe? What? How? The heel stall. But she's gonna... Huh? Swing? Pick up. You can't pick up. He's in the pallet. That's 1 TS. But the bot needs to be the one to... The bot needs to... The mech. She has to drop, but then they can crawl. Heel stall again. Oh my... Is it gonna be enough time? They get him up. The no borrowed. Oh my gosh. They're gonna... She's gonna chair the mech. But the mech... Oh my gosh. QTD. QTD. This arrow has tied. The arrow has tied. The arrow has tied. But the mech needs to pop. This is so awkward. This is so awkward. They popped? The Ada goes down. What the heck? Okay, they lost both tide turners. Wait, whoa. Mac. Oh my gosh. This is such an intense match. They have to 3, dude, but the mech is here. How are they supposed to do that when the mech is here? What is the mech supposed to do? She has flywheel. There's not much that they can do. Mech? What do you... Hit the... They bombed the mech! She can't hit the mech until TP! Oh, wait, it's not gonna be enough. Wait, but if they body block with the bot... But no, mech's in the coffin, it won't be enough. Wait, just teleport. Just teleport. It's not enough. No! Why would you do that? Why would you hit the bot? Why would you hit the bot? Wait, who was faster? Who? Oh my. Bro, she hit the bot. I can't believe she hit the bot. Oh my, I know Yuki King's gonna be so mad about hitting that stupid bot. You just had to look, if you were patient for like what, I know, okay, it was definitely nerves, I think. But if you were patient for one more second, dude, I think that was a faster escape. I think it was. I gotta see. Who was it? Who won? Oh my gosh, dude. By a long shot, by almost 2 full minutes, QTD is gonna win. Their very first set in the tournament, and as a team, they won, beating out AWG, who made it to Koa. That's insane, dude. QTD winning their very first match as a survivor, as I remember. They won their very first set as a team, making a statement that even though we're new, we are here. Oh man, that was crazy, dude. And in an overtime setting too. Sheesh. QTD, I honestly, I'm already really loving their team. Their support is kind of crazy. I can't wait to see what else this team will cook up in IJL, dude. Oh man, I'm so happy that they added this team, dude. This team feels really, really strong. I can't wait to see them play more games, dude. I really can't. This team feels really fun to watch. Anyways, gamers, that's gonna be all for today. That was a very, very long video. Had a whole lot of stuff to cover, but it was really fun. I can't wait to watch some more tournament matches with all of you guys. It's super, super exciting stuff. I don't even know if I'm supposed to title this with Meteorologist because she didn't really even get to do that much today. I don't know. I'll figure it out, bro. I'll figure it out. Either way, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.